Come alive, higher heights are reaching alive. Fire for God, I'm steaming alive. Everybody feeling alive. Just the spirit feeling alive. Get your healing now, come alive. God not dead, my youth, him alive. Visions and dreaming, come alive. Hey, gotta say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the world you are. You're due to Love 101 FM, the family station. I am Sara-Ann, the chirpy one. Keeping you company today inside alive 1 to 5 on a Throwback Thursday. And we're ready, We are live on Facebook and also on YouTube at Love 101 FM in Jamaica. Sign on, rock on, roll on, jump on, whatever you gotta do, just ensure that you're on the live, okay? The live is where it's at. The live is where it's at. My friends on the WhatsApp Live, 876-997-3125. Good afternoon to you. You know what to do. Jump onto either Facebook or YouTube. That's Love 101 FM Jamaica. My friends listening to us on the FM band, good afternoon, 101.1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. My friends listening online at www.love101.org. Or you're listening to us via the app that you have downloaded from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Good afternoon to ya. Taxi drivers, bus drivers, conductors and conductresses, passengers, essential service workers, good afternoon. Everybody, silent listeners, ardent listeners, everybody, employees, employers, hello. Now today you'll be inspired, informed, entertained, and engaged. In a moment, I'll bring you highlights from the news. 1:45, menticize, that's mental exercise. 2 o'clock, prayer blast with Reverend Audrey Henry of the Wesleyan Holiness Church. 2:15, pieces of the past, and we take a look at the colorful characters, Jamaica's birds. 3 o'clock, we bring you Proverbially Speaking, and we'll be talking about health. 3:45, celebrations. At that time, you send me your birthdays and anniversary greetings. So if you're having a birthday or anniversary, or you want to celebrate someone, you can go right ahead and message me at that time. 4 o'clock, the Small People Show comes your way with Auntie Colleen at 4 o'clock. Then 4:55, we'll wrap it all up inside Alive 1 to 5 on a Throwback Thursday. It is the 14th of July, 2022. And it's now time for highlights from the news at this time. Breaking down. Increasing gas price, toll hike could cause JUTC to run out of money by September. Managing Director of the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, Paul Abraham, says the state-run bus company is feeling the pinch of high gas prices and will run into problems by September when its fuel budget is expected to run out. Abraham told the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, that's Committee PAAC, yesterday that the JUTC is now paying up to 40% more on fuel. The new toll rates, which came into effect on the weekend, have also put some amount of pressure on the bus company, forcing it to spend $600,000 more weekly outside of its $194 million toll budget. Again, Abrams pointed out that the situation would be worse if the JUTC had its optimal number of units running daily. The company currently rolls out 230 units per day. Interesting. In other news, Agriculture Minister intensifies efforts to curb radial larceny. The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries has intensified its efforts to curb radial larceny with its recent staging of radial larceny sensitization workshop sessions for police officers across all divisions. According to a release, the latest workshop was held under the theme Taking Zero Tolerance. So that's taking a zero tolerance approach to radial theft, prevention, compliance, and enforcement. During the workshop, Minister of Culture and Fisheries, Pernod Charles Jr., called for a united front in defeating radial larceny and farm theft which was labeled as a national security issue, a food security issue, and a public health issue. Radio larceny is the theft of agricultural produce. It hampers the growth and expansion of legal production and productivity in the sector and encourages increased imports to fill the gaps. Now, Trinidad critical of developed countries for hoarding monkeypox vaccines. Trinidad and Tobago has accused developed countries of hoarding vaccines to treat the monkeypox virus, saying that the action is reminiscent rather of the situation that existed with the procurement of coronavirus COVID-19 vaccines. I'd like to use this platform to make an appeal that the monkeypox vaccine should be made available on a more equitable level to all countries based on not only their population size, but their risk profile and so on. And Dale Singh said that, adding that the country is seeking to secure antivirals and the Genua's vaccine. The health minister said that the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, would be providing test kits to the Trinidad Public Health Laboratory this week with respect to the island's local testing capacity for the monkeypox virus. WHO COVID-19 cases rise for the fifth week, deaths stable. The number of new coronavirus cases reported worldwide rose for the fifth week in a row, while the number of deaths remained relatively stable, the World Health Organization reported earlier today. In the UN Health Agency's weekly review of the COVID-19 pandemic, WHO said there was 5.7 million new infections. Ooh, that's a lot. So there were 5.7 million new infections confirmed last week, marking a 6% increase. There were 9.8 deaths, roughly similar to the previous week's figure. Earlier this week, WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said the pandemic still qualifies as a global emergency, and he was concerned about the recent spikes. In the last 2 weeks, cases of COVID-19 reported to the WHO surged 30%, driven largely by subvariants. Oh my goodness. Ah. So you have the different variants of COVID. You have BA.4, and BA.5, and they are proven to be worrisome to reinfect people previously vaccinated or who have recovered from COVID. So those Omicron relatives, BA.4 and BA.5. And it is a dry season. So I have something from the NWC. Now they say it's the 14th of July, by the way. And they say that they'll be working in Portmore today. So ensure that you have your water stored. St. Thomas, you'll be affected. You will be affected as well. Affected areas to be impacted: Aylos Valley, Scotland Gate, Amity Hall, Willers Field, Springfield, Barking Lodge, New Pira, Hilltop, Chapel Hill, Crackett Hill, Ginger Peace, Pear Tree River, Bachelor's Hall, Apple Farm and Environs, Dalvey, Dawkins Field, Hampton Court, Brown, and Chiswick. So that's for St. Thomas. For St. Andrew, Water will be restored on at 4 p.m. today. At around 4 p.m. Affected areas for St. Andrew. Fish areas impacted: Queensboro, Meadowbrook Estate, Perkins Boulevard, sections of Patrick City, and sections of Duhaney Park. So that's an emergency pipeline work disrupt the water supply today. All right. I think that is it for now. You have more areas in St. Andrew as well. Tom Kringle, that's Tom Kringle Drive, Duhaney Park, Washington Boulevard, and roads leading off sections of Patrick City, sections of Washington Gardens, Marbley, Hewenden, Malines Road, Morton Park, Seawood Drive, Olympic Way, Penwood, Waterhouse, and surrounding areas, Campbell Boulevard, and Bay Farm. There will be a disruption in your water supply, and that should last about a day or so. All right. Now it's time for me to go ahead and mark the register. Let's see. First up, Diane Walters, ever early. Ayuna Ashburn, good afternoon. Khalid Oliphant, following third. Marshall, good afternoon. Ricardo Porcius, Carlene Stewart, good afternoon. Elodie Taylor, Joan Tomlinson, Annette Evans, Kareen Bennett, Doreen Bradshaw, Lorna Daly, Rosalind Pearson, Dallas Blake, Perlene Mills, Delarica Myers, Idona, Abby from Portmore, Sandra May, good afternoon. Barbara Scott, Valerie Stewart, Marlene Murphy, good afternoon. Marvin Murphy from Massachusetts, Delroy Melvin, Virtue Girl Douglas, good afternoon to ya. Sonia Hamilton, Judith Levy, Ophelia Clayton, Esther Anglin, Claudette Ellis, Terry Meredith, good afternoon, present. Maureen Thompson, good afternoon. That's Maureen Thompson. Anne-Marie Davidson, Joan Walker, good afternoon. Elsonia Prendergast, Edna Skeen, Angela Walsh, Andrea Smith, good afternoon. Michael Spaulding, Blossom Brown, Carol Hibbert, good afternoon. Dwayne Tracy, good afternoon, you're early. Rupert Wilson, Charmaine Allison, good afternoon. Keisha Singh, Mary James, Sandra Graham. Thank you so much, Charmaine. Yvonne Scott, Laurel Thomas Garrett, good afternoon. Neil Gibbons, good afternoon. Wilma Hudson Shakespeare, Donna Mitchell, Michelle Murphy, Nesme Loved by God Monroe, Leotine Bryan, Daphne Thompson, Paulette Stevenson. And that's all the time I have for the register for today. Holy Plentiful Ahudu, Christy Humes, Melody, right, that's RGD afternoon. It's time for the music. Thank you guys so much for jumping on. Hey, this is Love 101 FM, the family station.
It's Cario Young. Sara-Ann is here. I have been waiting for so long. Welcome the chirpy one. Her presence electrifies everyone. My mother's listening too. She said she feels like she's 21. What? I know that's what she does to you. Such a great spirit, plays in the spirit too. So expect a miracle. Anything's possible. Now that Sarah's playing, ooh, you will be just fine. Your soul will feel so alive with whatever Sarah's playing. Ooh, yeah. Everybody have to know. Everybody needs to know. Yeah. Everybody has to know. Oh yeah. The one that will listen to is Sara-Ann on the radio. Tell a neighbor. Everybody needs to know. Tell your friend. Everybody has to know. Tell a brother. The one that will listen to is Sara-Ann. Everybody has to know. Everybody needs to know. Tell a neighbor. Everybody has to know. Tell a friend. The one that will listen to is Sara-Ann. What else you gonna do? else to do. Cause there's no one else. Hey, that's Sara-Ann. When Sara-Ann is on air, I can feel the difference. I can feel the spirit moving and I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy. Well, what do you know? Life can be difficult, but it's not chirpy one, and you can be happy. Yeah, you can be happy. Oh yeah. No, you can be happy. Oh yeah, happy.